Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Thumbs Up at Authorized Vac and Sew. We have a lot to go over today, and guess who our guest is today? Denise.
Hi, guys.
Did I say your last name right?
Did.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't go over that, did we?
No, we didn't. Yes, but we have Denise here, and she has a lot of things to share with us. But before we get started, I just want to let you know to remember to get this $50 gift card that we love to give away at the end of the show. You have to text the word, and we also want you to like our Facebook and also to share. The more you share, the more we'll give away. So be sure and do that for us. And so, Denise, in case you don't know, she does our rope bowls here. And she also has a book out that I'm really excited about.
I know, we've been
Very
waiting,
impressive.
haven't we?
Yes, it was well worth the wait.
Thank you.
Yes.
You.
So what are you going to go over today?
Today, I want to talk about fabric wrapping the rope. So
cool.
It seems to be something that works out to show you a little bit better on video than even though I did go over it in detail in the book. I think it's a fluid motion. So showing you how to do that, I think will be really beneficial. The previous couple of YouTubes that we've done, I think I started off with learning how to create your coil, the steps in creating that. So we've done that component. I think the next one, we talked about making the turn on your bowls. So we talked in detail about that. And now I think we've got a series going on. So this one, I want to talk about fabric wrapping your rope because it can be a little bit challenging at first, but once you get your steps in, it becomes very fluid and very easy and not, it's not complicated. So I want to make it easy on you, get the most use out of your fabric and your energy and wrapping. So I see some people on there.
Good. Yes. If you have any questions, feel free to ask Denise and we'll try and answer those for you. Also, I want to know, do you think there'll be a second book?
Oh,
because your mind never shuts down.
It does not.
Yes.
It does not.
And you've done all those really cute character ones.
Yes. We've definitely talked about it, and I keep waffling on it, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Good. Yeah. That's what I want to hear because I'm so impressed that you have a book. It's just amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot, and it was you have to kind of really think about that when you start that project because it was very time consuming, but. I think what was funny for me was once I finished the projects, I go into the sewing room because then you can sew what you want to sew.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But all of a sudden that part of taking the picture was not in there. I'm like, oh, I don't have to stop and take a picture. I can keep sewing. So I'm like, oh, this is kind of nice. So
that's cool.
But I do like the characters, and we've talked about that. So we'll just have to see.
So many cute things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Cool. So we'll let you take over.
Okay.
And we'll have fun.
All right.
Today.
Okay. Excuse me. So I want to talk first of all about the width of your fabric that you're going to use on your rope. There's a couple of different strips that let's see, Erin, I'm going to put it right up here. Okay. One is 1.5 inches, and I use that for a couple of starts, and normally I wrap with 1.25. Having the width just a little bit narrower makes it easy to elongate your fabric on your rope. But sometimes that extra 1/4 inch, when we cut the 1.5 inches, allows us to start our fabric with a little bit of extra width. So first thing I'm going to do.
And you like to use batiks, right?
I do use a lot of batiks, but I use a lot of cottons as well because some of them, you just can't help it. They're too pretty.
I know,
so
yes.
This one here, I just finished this little fun, if Erin can show this one, it's too cute. So here is my little sewing supply bowl that I made.
Wow.
And I don't know if you can see it, but I used the Moda ribbon.
That is so
And I know I
cute.
cannot be the only one who has saved that motor ribbon thinking,
No, I just grabbed some.
thinking I'm going to use this for something. So I had a
Yes.
couple of pieces in my sewing stuff. And
Wow.
I didn't create this. I was inspired by somebody else's design, but they used a real measuring tape.
Oh.
And so you could certainly do that
Yeah.
too. But when I saw that and I saw the motor ribbon, so I just started collecting stuff that I had laying in other things, on my sewing table.
That
And
is
I thought,
so
and just
cool.
once I created the little small
Mhm.
bowl and look at the cute fabric, because that's from
Yeah.
ABS. Isn't that fun? Yeah.
I love
Isn't that so cute? And it really
Yes.
created, when I saw that mustard color and I knew that
Mhm.
I had some mustard
Oh, that is
rope available, I'm like, okay, that's got to be it.
that's
And then
cool.
online, I found these adorable little sewing charms just to finish it up. So it's
You
super
are
fun.
amazing.
Oh, thank you. That coming from you is this
No.
talented girl is a huge compliment. But these are the
Wow.
things that we're grabbing all the time when we're
Yeah.
sewing.
What a
So
great way to bring stuff to class.
yes, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yes, so fun. So and then in the
Yes.
bottom, I just wanted to leave it empty just so you could see the cute fabric. But you can throw your sewing clips in there.
And you're not misplacing them and they're not falling on the floor.
That's right. You can
Your
even clip them on
threads.
the edge. Sometimes, we end up having a needle or a pen that gets bent. You can set it on the
Yes.
edge until you're ready to dispose of it and make sure that it's secure.
That's so cool.
You can drop your machiners. I think I'm saying that in there. Drop that in the bottom. And those of you that have taken the classes know that I use these one glove on the left hand, one white glove, to help me support the project, and it takes a lot of fatigue off your hands.
Oh,
But
that's good to know.
It really helps. And Miss Vernell was the one who suggested, and I even have her in the book because
you do.
I do
Aw.
because she. I'm telling you, the ladies in class now bring their gloves because
good.
it helps substantially on that stress. If you have any fatigue on your fingers, and sometimes just
Wow.
the weight of the bowl and you're trying to grab it, and then you put that glove on, it makes a world of difference.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And I actually have found, we always think these are for free motion,
Yeah.
right? And I have found myself grabbing them now on other sewing projects. I have a drying mat class coming up, and it was slipping on me a little bit, and I just grabbed my glove. And so I'm finding
Wow.
myself really, really grabbing these a lot to use them for different things. So,
That's really cool.
yeah. So we're just going to drop those in there. But you can customize this to whatever products that you like to use, and I think they can't be that much different than mine. But all of your embroidery snips and all of course, your glasses and your scissors. Of course, we love the Karen. K. Buckley.
Yes.
Yeah, we love those. And so,
cool. I just love that bowl.
and then I brought another one. Let's see, I brought a couple to share with you. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even see
You
this
didn't
one.
see that one? Isn't that
That's
fun?
beautiful.
So let's see.
Oh
Aaron,
my goodness.
right here. Okay.
Look
So this
at
is just
that.
one I did. I love this black rope that ABS is carrying. It's just lightweight enough that you can embroider on it. And so, of course, you start with your coil, whatever, a little bit bigger than what your pattern is. And then after you have that embroidered, then you just create and finish the rest of your bowl.
That's beautiful.
I did have to press it just a little bit to, make it flat. And I did that before I continued the bowl. But this rope is just perfect for that.
Yeah, that's so cute. Where's the pattern from? Because people will ask.
Could be embroidery online, OESD,
Okay.
but I can find out and we can let them know. I'm sorry. That was a good question. You got me stumped on that one.
Everybody always asks on Facebook when they see something that somebody's embroidered.
And it was really pretty. Yes. And it was a whole series of all of the tulips and stuff.
Wow.
So you could do clusters of 3. And so it was one I couldn't not do.
That is so pretty.
And then, of course, with these little flowers, I don't know if you can see them. They have the little tiny daisies, but the stitching on the, let's see, which direction do I go? The stitching from the Janome machine has these little tiny matching flowers.
That's
So it
so
was one
cute.
pattern that connected together.
Uh-huh.
So of course I had to pull those colors in for the decorative stitches. So,
Wow.
So fun.
Yes.
So these are just, some of the ropables, but you create as you go. It's really such a, you kind of start with an idea.
Mhm.
And then you just create as you want to, and things always
Love it.
take a different turn.
Yeah.
So
beautiful.
this is one of my favorite bowls. I
That was
just
cute.
finished this one. Here's a little piece of string, but that doesn't matter. So this one is one that I'm going to demonstrate the bottom of. Let's see, put that down there, Erin. Because I started this one with the fabric wrapped rope. And you always wonder, how am I going to cover that end of that rope so that it doesn't have frays?
Mhm.
And so this one is batiks too, and I love these batiks. AVS currently has these right now. And so when I saw them and I saw my dyed blue rope, I'm like, okay,
Yes,
those just,
perfect.
it inspired me. And I love the scalloped edge bowl. I mean, it's just so pretty.
Yeah, it is.
So I tend to go to that one quite often just because it is a dramatic bowl and it makes a great gift for sure.
It's beautiful.
I think I added just a little beach shell on the front just for fun.
So are you still dyeing your own rope then for classes and stuff?
Yeah, I have it for classes because we're carrying the dyed rope. But every once in a while, I just get inspired by fabric, and I start dyeing the rope again.
That's cool.
So, yeah. So okay. So, and this is actually the rope I'm going to be using today is dyed the aquamarine. Because I was inspired by this fabric. So see, it all kind of coordinates together. I know it's my color too. Isn't that great?
And do you talk about dyeing in the book also?
I do.
You do.
I get complete instructions on that, as well as all the supplies you need. So yeah, it's completely covered. So today I'm going to be using the M8, which I of course love. But those of you that have taken my class understand that the classes and my techniques really have evolved over this 3 years for sure. Things that I didn't know about because I was truly a beginner when I started teaching. I kind of figured out things that I liked and didn't like. And the part that I didn't like was when you start the coil of your bowl and you have that frayed end, and the rope wants to fray pretty quickly. And so it has, your needle has nothing to grab into. So I created this Secure the Fray. And by using, because this is a 6 millimeter rope, I want my stitches to go completely across the width of the rope. So to do that, I'm going to put the width of my machine onto 7 because this is 6. And I'm going to drop my my length down to 5.0.
And you're doing a zigzag.
I'm going to do, thank you. Yes, good girl. Yes. Say it's in my mind automatically. Yes. Yes, it is a zigzag. And what it's going to do, it's going to create a satin stitch for me. Cool. And I might have gone over this on another video, but it's really beneficial when you do your projects.
Oh, yeah.
Not only when you start your coil with raw rope, but also when you want to cover up that edge with the fabric. So I'm going to show you that. I always stick my rope out straight through the back. And in doing so, if those feed dogs, because we have a very small area there, if the feed dogs can't pull it through, you have something to grab back here to pull that through and make sure you get that about a 1/4 inch satin stitch. Okay, so right down the center, and I'm using the F foot today. This is the clear foot, and I recommend using the clear foot because you can see where your needle is dropping on both sides of your rope, which is really beneficial. So when you try to use a presser foot that just has this little small opening, it makes it, pretty difficult to peek in there and see. So I'm going to drop my needle, and I'm just going to keep this slow. Oh, I forgot I was on a pedal.
Well, you could do without if you wanted.
Yeah. Okay, so just about a 1/4 inch there, and you can see. So see, now what we're going to do. I've got my scissors right here.
How handy!
Yeah. I'm just going to. These are probably not the. I think I'll use the bigger ones to cut that and not bend my. No, I don't think they'll bend, but stress them out.
Yeah, they're
I'm just
pretty
gonna.
sharp.
Yeah. Okay, so now I've cut that end off.
Wow.
let's
Right
see.
to the edge of the zigzag.
Right to the edge of the
Yeah.
zigzag.
Nice.
And you have a nice secured edge, and
Mhm.
I got it right in the presser foot bar. Now you can take that and either start your coil
Mhm.
or start your fabric wrapping. And it's nice secure, because even if it's fraying when you want to wrap it with your fabric,
Mhm.
it wants to splay apart, and it makes it harder for you to cover up that edge. Okay.
That's clever.
Okay. So yeah, that's in the book. It's really beneficial. Okay, Erin. So I'm going to start. So using the 1.5 inch fabric, this is what I'm going to do to start fabric wrapping my rope. So Erin's going to switch the. Sure.
Wanted to bug out on me right when we.
Oh dear.
Right when we
Okay. Get those out of the way. Okay. So if you're right-handed, you're going to have your fabric coming off the right side. If left-handed, you would flip it the other way, whatever's most
Right to
comfortable
right,
for you.
left to left.
Yes. So about halfway up, I want the tip of my fabric to go straight up. And having this at this angle is going to benefit me to get that 45-degree wrap that we want,
Nice.
or even longer. So I'm just going to cover up the tip of that rope, make a little flat triangle across the top. I'm going to tip in the left side, tip in the right, and just kind of give it a spin. I'm going to hold it with the palm of my hand here to keep that nice and tight. And I'm going to spin it to give it a start. Sometimes you just have to work out those few little wrinkles to start with. And I'm just going to keep spinning so that I have enough to put a clip on, and then I'm going to drop it underneath my presser foot just to hold it tight for me. Okay. So now my fabric is at a 45-degree angle. And to start with, in my classes, I talk about a 4-step wrap. Okay. So once you get comfortable with that, then it becomes one full motion. But to start with, so right where the fabric and the rope connect, I'm going to put my left thumb. And with my right hand, I'm going to give this a little stretch. I don't want to pull too hard up there because my needle isn't down, but little tight stretch. So I'm taking that stretch off. So here's 1, and this is a 4-step. Number 2 is just taking my fabric and covering up my thumb. So here's 1 and 2. 3 is just, and if you can see, I'm using all 4 fingers to support that rope there, because I'm going to let go with my left thumb, and I want to still support that rope. So I'm going to now drop my left thumb again back to the V where the rope and fabric are. So that was 3. 4 is putting both thumbs together here. Now that my right hand is back on the fabric, I can take and resolve this rope back around and give it a push. Okay. And then you just pull it out. So we'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and resolve your fabric. I found when I was writing the book, as I was taking pictures, it's really hard to capture each movement.
Yeah.
And so because it is fluid, and so I kept thinking, this is where I want to do a button like on our iPad.
Yes.
So that's what I really wanted to do the video, because I think it's really beneficial. I'm a visual learner, and I think that anybody wanting to wrap that this will really benefit them. So I'm going to do that. And those of you that are in my classes know that the whole body is connected when we are sewing. So what I do when I'm sewing, and even when I'm wrapping standing up, I put the rope between my knees.
Yeah.
And keep it taut, because by keeping that taut, you're not chasing around that wiggly rope, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So and I roll my chair all the way back across the sewing room, and just wrap as much as I want. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Resolve that fabric around. So if you find, and then each time I'm giving that a little tug because I just want that to elongate. So
Mhm.
the further apart your fabric is wrapped, the less times that you have to wrap around, the less
That
energy
makes
that you're
sense.
going to use. Right.
Mhm.
So you can, if you can elongate that, and I always say pull towards your tummy, and if you can get those more parallel,
Yeah.
you're going to have a really nice elongated wrap.
And then you don't have all that bulk either.
Yes, you won't
Mhm.
have any bulk. Yes.
Mhm.
And this is a batik, so it has minimal fraying. So that will lead me to my next step
Mhm.
with talking about using the cotton fabrics, because sometimes they do fray a lot because they're quilting fabrics.
Mhm.
And so we have a great way to resolve that too, so that you're, as in this one, you don't see the frays on the
Yeah.
cotton fabric. Okay, so as one fluid motion on here, because if you find yourself doing this and reaching under, that's
Yeah.
a whole lot of energy that you're going to be, and it will be discouraging because you're just not going to wrap very much. You're like, well, that's not even worth my time.
Yeah.
So each time,
That makes a lot of sense there.
so as you do those 4 steps, I'm going to go through and make it a kind of one fluid motion. Each time I'm going to elongate it. So see, we're getting,
Yes, you're getting a lot done.
yes.
Mhm.
So then you've got good use of your fabric,
Mhm.
good use of your energy and your time. And that way, when you
Wow.
go to wrap one long strip, it gives you, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. So, and then you can clip, you can create your coil and sew. So one thing I always teach the ladies too in classes and gentlemen
Mhm.
is I want to, I figured out really quickly in making the rope bowls that I wanted my stops and starts of my fabric to be at a perpendicular or 90-degree angle, where they stop and start on the rope. I felt like I had a more a visually pleasing look, rather than if you're starting at a 45-degree angle, you are having all those tips that are going to show, and you're going to have, they're not going to match, and you just, so you end up with all. So I'm going to show you first, since I have this wrapped, how to stop it at a 45. So I'm just going to put a clip here. And if I want this this fabric to finish off at a perpendicular on the rope, straight across, all I'm going to do is take my scissors, and from bottom right to upper left, I'm going to cut it at a 45-degree. Okay, so then, sorry, Aaron, when that's wrapped out, you can see the angle right there already. It's going to give you a really nice straight across look on your rope. And that's where I'll use a straight pin versus a clip, because you're going to sew up to it. When I sew, I'll come up to that spot, stop and do a little bar tack to secure it a little bit, and then keep sewing. So, so that we're just going to pretend that is sewn, but then we're going to sew for a little while. This is all make believe. Okay, so the rope is stopped here. We've sewn a couple of rows like I did here. So here I did 3 rows of raw rope, and then I wanted to jump back in and do my fabric, right? Okay, so here we used 1.5 to start that because we wanted to cover up that edge. But normally if I'm wrapping the rope, I'll use 1.25. Okay, it just makes it a little bit easier to get started. So in order to start your project at the 45-degree angle, 90, we're going to come straight across here. And again, if you're left-handed, I'm not a lot of help because I'm terrible at it, but you're going to start from the left side and wrap over. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to start here. I'm going to leave myself about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of fabric out to the side, and I just want to wrap that straight across. Okay, that way I have that nice 90-degree angle. I'm going to compress with my left thumb. I'm just going to push down right on that top edge, and this is going to be pretty tight. And I'm going to use my ring finger over here, and I'm going to push that around and hold it right there. Okay, if you can see that. Just until I can bring my hand back around. And I'm going to have this fabric go all the way around one time. Now we know that that's nice and secure. It's anchored because it's gone all the way around, right? I'm going to give it a little slight tug to start my 45-degree angle. And all I'm going to do...
Do you need a clip?
Yeah, thank you. I was going to steal that one, but it will come unwrapped. So I'm just going to, with that little top edge where I pulled it down, I'm going to clip that 1/4 inch right there, just to hold that while because I don't want to pull it too tight. Now I'm going to work towards getting my nice 45-degree. And you'll see you get that little bit of bunch right there. And you can just tuck that in and keep wrapping. You'll never see it on your project. Okay. So keeping that rope held here. And if holding it between your knees is not comfortable, you can sit on it, with your hip.
Oh, there you
right
go.
there, or tuck it under your arm. I've done all of those, depending on, whatever is most comfortable for you. So, and then from there, I'm going to continue to pull and elongate that fabric. And you can see each time I come around, I'm trying to get that more parallel to the rope. And you get a nice, really long stretch. Okay. So this was the end to finish at a 45 or 90. This was the beginning to start with a 90. Okay, so that will give you a really nice finish, on your fabric wrapping, which is a good benefit. Okay, so so we talked about that. The last thing that I wanted to show you is if you are using cotton ropes and you're going to want to at least cut your first piece of fabric. We're just going to pretend this is cotton and not batik, which batik is cotton, but
Yeah.
Quilting cottons like this versus a batik. So if you are wanting to use the pretty cottons that we have available, I think that's one's a tilde. It's so
it
pretty.
looks like it.
Yes. All you're going to do to start with is fold the top edge of your fabric just enough to hold it over. Okay, so that is your top edge that's wrapping. So when you wrap that,
gotcha.
Yeah, so when you're wrapping that, I'm going to start this again. I'm going to do it just like we did before.
So that's actually covering the other raw edge.
Yes. So I'm going to just put it right underneath. Compress that. Pull that around. Oops, excuse me, Erin. And come in right there and give it that little 1/4 inch so that I could get it clipped and you're ready to wrap. So then, now you can do this. Some of the girls like to do this. They'll take it to the ironing board and press their whole strip and get that little edge over. So that way when they wrap, it's all done. Or you can do it as you go. Super easy to do that too. So what I'll do is bring it around. And then as I am wrapping, I'll just fold it like that. Give it a little twist to get it going. And just fold it as you go.
Very clever.
So whatever is most comfortable, but you can see
that it's a nice finished edge.
Yes. Yes. And that little extra fold over gives you that ability to still have elongated fabric and still fold it over. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're so intelligent.
Oh, I had to figure out things that work,
Well, you did a great job.
Thank you. So I think that was probably a tip from Mom, because she when we started making the rope bowls and we were talking about different projects, she did not like the fray. So she showed me that and I'm like, gosh, do I really want to go through all that extra work? But I really have found it's so beneficial. It is a little bit of an extra step, but so what a difference on your project.
Oh, yes.
So to have that. So
I love it. So what got you started making rope bowls?
Oh my gosh. This is a funny story. So during COVID, and I have the story. I have my whole rope bowl journey in the book. So if any of you are interested to read it. But during COVID, my husband wanted to make sourdough bread. And he kind of looked around online and he saw this rope bowl on Amazon. And I had just got my new machine. And he said, can you make me something like this? And I'm like, I have no idea. No idea. Never seen one before. So I did my YouTubes and,
Oh, wow.
kind of figured out just some basics, and I ordered
Wow.
some rope and gave it a shot. And I was so nervous because I thought mine's going to come out flat. So when it actually became a bowl, I was really, really happy because, and then I always tell my beginner classes, because in our beginner classes, what things I like to introduce to you are, of course, creating the bowl, the shape, the turns, wrapping fabric, maybe some decorative stitches. But my big design choice on my first bowl was changing the thread from beige to brown. It was big.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. And you do make a bread bowl, right? You have one over there.
Yes.
Do you want to show it?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I do. This is so fun. So here's a little bread
It's so
bowl. Let's see.
clever.
So this is just an oval shape here on the bottom. Let's see, Erin,
Does it
where do you want me? Hon?
come
Maybe
this
the-
way?
Okay, move this one.
Mhm.
Thank you, Tara. Okay. So this one, it just starts off with an oval. And here's a really cool trick. It took me a minute to
Mhm.
figure it out. It's in the book too. But whatever dimensions that you want, the length of your bowl
Mhm.
versus the width,
Mhm.
in order to find out how long your first strip will be, you take the big number from the little number. So if it's 18 and you want a 6-inch 18, so if you want a bowl or a placemat 18 by 12,
Mhm.
6 inches is the difference. That is the length of rope that you'll start with, because it grows out equally on both sides and on each end.
Wow.
So it took me a minute to figure that out. It took me, I'm like, and it was like an epiphany. Like, hey, the math actually works. So,
wow.
because you always wonder, what
Mhm.
size do I start with, right?
Yes.
Anyway, so this
I
is
had
an
never thought of
adorable,
that.
cute bowl.
Mhm.
And I think the store, we still have the toweling. Yes.
Yes,
still
we
have
do.
some toweling.
Mhm.
So this is so fun. So this little bowl, and the pattern for this is actually in the book too.
Mhm.
And here we use toweling and embroidery, and it just turned out so
Oh, yeah.
cute
It's gorgeous.
to be able to just fray the edges on the toweling,
Mhm.
drop it through the 4 corners, and you can make these whatever size you want. I think the first one I made was for Thanksgiving, so you really,
Yeah.
it was substantial size because you're going
Mhm.
to put a lot of bread in there, right?
Yes.
So, and then you realize I don't quite need that much bread every day, but as much
Mhm.
as we love it. But so anyway, that
That's
is
so
a really
cool.
fun idea
Yes.
too.
I love it.
Thank
We
Thank
did
you.
have a question.
We have
We have a question.
Yes.
Put up on-
So on your fabric, can you sew it like you would, join your fabric pieces like you would for binding?
Here's why I suggest not doing that. Is
Okay.
you end up with a heavy and a long strip of fabric, and then every time you go around, you're moving that whole weight of that, because I've tried
Oh,
that
that's
to where
true.
I
Yes.
sewed 3 strips together, and I thought,
Mhm.
okay, maybe that'll just save me a little time.
Yeah.
Actually, I find it just being able to jump in and add that next piece is much quicker and easier than moving that whole weight of that fabric around your
That
rope.
makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah.
Was that Debbie?
Yeah.
Hi, Debbie.
Is there any other questions on there?
Nothing
No?
yet.
All right. I know you're
J-
explaining it quite well.
Thank you.
I've got 61 on though.
Wow.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Yes. We love it when people pop on here.
Uh-huh. So, and then of course we have the book signing.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We have the book signing
Yes,
this Saturday. And what time are
12
you
to
here?
3.
12 to 3.
Mhm.
All right.
And we have been waiting for that. We've talked about it, and there was a little extension, and we thought it was never going to happen.
All good things come to those who wait.
Apparently.
Yes, yes. So
this was a exercise in patience.
yes, it
Yeah.
was. So Saturday, June 7th from 12 to 3, Denise will be here at the store for her book signing, and you can also purchase the book here that day too. So we have
Awesome. I'm so happy to share with everybody
Yes.
too. It's been so
I'm
fun.
excited. The book, like they said, it is just beautiful.
Thank you. I think the publisher did an excellent
Oh,
job
yes.
on all of it, and just,
Mhm.
it's more beautiful than I thought it could be. So I'm just
Yeah.
really happy with it. So,
That's cool. And our fabric rep was here the other day,
oh,
and she was showing us, things that were available, and your book was part of it.
What?
Yes, I was like, oh, that's exciting. There's Denise's book.
From your fabric?
From Moda.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I know.
That
Isn't
is
it
so
cool?
cool. And here, I
Yes.
use their Moda ribbon.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
That is
Yes.
fun that
So,
she showed you that. Even you're like, we know her.
Yeah, you're just famous.
Oh, yeah. Mildly known.
No, yes, you are. Yes, you do such a good job. Yes.
Got a question?
It's on the screen.
Oh,
Is
right
that
here.
Cindy? She
How
says
long
our
does it take to make one?
Well, of course, depending on the bowl, but you can
Mhm.
make a basic bowl in just a couple of hours.
Mhm.
As soon as you get comfortable with catching your rope on both sides of the, with your zigzag, that, you'll be really comfortable to make one in just really no time at all.
I know I've seen some of the girls make 2 of them in your class.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. We just keep
Yeah.
going.
Yes, it's addicting.
Yeah,
I love it.
It is
Mhm.
addicting because you kind of come to a lull and all of a sudden you get a kind of an idea and an inspiration.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, I need to. That's how this one came when I saw it
so
online, and I
cute.
thought that would be so
Mhm.
fun at the store to show all of our favorite, supplies. Not only that, but it's very useful. And I didn't want
Yeah.
it too big because you just kind of
Yeah.
want it nice to sit on the side of your sewing machine. So
It's cute. And I like the way that you finish off the last bit of the rope. You come
With-
around to the front
yes.
and bring it down.
Yes. So
Mhm.
there's so many ways to finish, the rope. We've got ideas with the agate stones. We've got ways where we fold the top edge over and it just kind of dissolves.
Mhm.
We've got that one right there.
Let's see. I think what's on this side.
Oh, yes.
Up there.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, here's the one with the
Mhm.
agate stones. So you can just bring in those. I love the elements of. I keep turning it the wrong way because it's opposite. I love the elements of just natural kind of thing, and this one even has
Yes.
This one has a
Oh
little
my
drip tray.
gosh.
So, and of course it's
That's so
faux. So you
cute.
just put your
Uh-huh.
plastic liner inside of your plant holder, so that way, of course, then you can
That
water
is
it.
so cool.
Isn't that fun?
Yes.
Just kind of basic that with that color, but just so
Uh-huh.
pretty with the agate stone. And
Oh,
I
it
love to bring in
is.
natural elements into
Yes. You have to show your bowl up above you. That one is so cool. We have men that walk in the store and they go right to that bowl.
They do.
Yes.
That's so fun. It must be
Mhm.
the jute.
I think so. Yes.
So
Yeah.
so this one was just, well, of course you can see, whoops, I'm doing the wrong way. I'll do
Come
it every
towards me.
time. So this one was fun because, it's pliable jute. I just
Mhm.
ordered it online. I think we have it here too. We did.
Yes, I think we do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so, but of course you just make a little smaller bowl on the
Mhm.
bottom and use your E6000 to put it together. So
That's
there's
so
so
cool.
many shapes that you can create with this, so I think I really go into that a lot in the book
Oh,
of
good.
how
Mhm.
to learn those angles,
Mhm.
how to use your incoming rope really as your tool to either lift from the left side and lift from the right the rope so that
Mhm.
you can create those angles and shapes that you want to learn how to
Wow.
make. So
And then you just used yarn to go around that
I
and hand sewed it?
Yes, I hand sewed
Wow.
this one. Yeah, I actually learned how to do a little bit of the wrapping around it too, and it kind of looks the same. But this one was a little bit more laborsome because you're
Mhm.
going through. But I did go
Yes.
through, where the rope is connected versus the
Uh-huh.
rope because, it was a little bit.
That is so pretty.
Just used an embroidery
Mhm.
needle, but it kind of just made a whole fun. And I've had quite a few
Yes.
ladies in class make this one
Oh,
too.
that's
So.
cool.
So
Mhm.
yeah, so
I just
that's
love
funny
it.
that the men wouldn't go.
Oh,
go to that one.
yeah, they do.
Well,
And they'll tell their wives, look at this.
Yeah, I found some camouflage rope that looks like camouflage. Like we'll have to make one. They'll really go to that one.
Yes, that's so cool.
They'll make me this.
There's no end to what you think up.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
love it. Yes. So let's see. What time is it? 10:39. So do you have anything else to add? Or
I don't think so.
Yeah.
We've talked about the rope. We can show what
Mhm.
other colors with the red.
Oh,
and the,
yes.
Yeah. So we have this
Mhm.
here at ABS. We've got the black and the red and the cream. And then of course, this is the 100% cotton rope. We have this here. So that's what this is made out of with it dyed. this bowl here was made out of this red rope. So just, you know what I've really
Mhm.
found with rope? It's almost like quilting. You use different rope for different
Mhm.
kinds of projects, and where like I don't think we have it here, but the black and cream circle rope, I would not be able to do with this kind of rope
Oh,
because
really?
it's not pliable enough.
Oh.
But by sewing these two together, I was able
Uh-huh.
to get that, because it's pliable enough to get that look of and then creating the circle.
Huh.
So yeah,
Wow.
so I just think each product creates a different outcome, and so then you just get to experiment with that and really
That's so
really
cool.
be creative. So
So,
We had a question that we can
Uh-huh.
look into the prices and
Okay.
bundles and things
Mhm.
mhm.
that she uses. So
Regina says, so you put the yarn on after the bowl? Yes, Regina, I put the yarn on after. So when the bowl was completely done, then I just used an embroidery needle with the yarn. And we're getting a lot of happy birthdays.
We're not talking
No,
about it.
Yeah, and I know it's not mine.
I'm a year older. But thank you for all the birthday wishes.
Yes.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Funny how they
Mhm.
know that.
I
Isn't it?
know.
Yeah, there's-
Somebody is leaking it out. Who is that?
That's funny.
Aaron, did you leak it out?
I didn't leak it out. I was going to, but it wasn't me.
I don't know. You got that look.
Somebody has it on their calendar, that's for sure. And then when one person did, everybody saw that. And said,
Yes,
yeah, that's very
yes.
sweet. Well, you are truly loved, for sure.
Thank you. I feel the love. So remember, June 7th from 12 to 3 is Denise's book signing. So please make sure you come into the store for that day. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It will.
I mean, she's our very own celebrity. It's so cool. And then we also, we have some pricing for this bundles.
Yeah, we got some.
Yeah,
bundles of
let's
what
go over
Denise loves
that.
to use.
Oh, look at Luminaire. Oh, that's a good question from Caroline.
Oh, what?
If we want to embroider on a bowl with Luminaire, what advice do you have?
Oh, yes. So what is your secret?
Well, I don't know Luminaire, so you're going to have
It's
to.
the same as doing your other embroidery machines. It would be the same technique.
Okay, so essentially what we did was, well, I created an 8-inch on the black bowl, an 8-inch coil. So just like starting any other bowl, I think my pattern came out to be about 6.5 inches. I didn't have the black stabilizer, but I used
that's fine.
Yeah.
What stabilizer did you use?
you probably know the name of it better than I do, but where we score it.
The Perfect Stick?
Perfect
Did
Stick.
you use the Wet and Gone or the Tearaway? It looks like you used Tearaway.
I think Tearaway.
You're going to shoot me for asking you that question, huh?
Yeah, that was a good question. But she knows I'm still learning my stabilizers. I always go to her to ask.
But you definitely want to be able to stick it down to hold
You
it while you're
do.
embroidering on it.
Yes, you do. And I did do for the book. It didn't get chosen in the book but I do have the sample that will be here at the store. I did a really big tray for that was originally for the book, and it's the black rope with embroidery on it. As I was stitching, it would kind of move the last few coils into a bit of a curve.
Uh-oh.
Which was fine because it's stitched okay. And you don't, when you pick up an embroidery, you don't want it super dense.
No.
So just something not light and airy, you know, like
something
this
with
little
one
red bowl.
layer of stitches and not like 10 layers.
So because of it compressing and moving out, I ended up with a couple of rows that were curving up. And all I did, once I had my embroidery done, I unstitched those 2 rows and then restitched them to fit. And it laid nice and flat there. So you can kind of, see if it doesn't quite lay as flat as what you like, then just
that's a good trick.
Yeah, it worked really well. So
cool. Did you use a topper? I have to ask.
A what?
A topper on your embroidery? Because you can use a Wet and Gone topper on here.
I don't think I did. Yeah. No, I think I just
stand out though. It didn't sink into the rope, or it's beautiful.
No, because I think the rope. I could see that doing that on the bigger, but this is such nice rope. It just kind of
it's beautiful.
Really,
you have to
not that I would have known to do that, but
Well, sometimes you can, and it keeps it from sinking in. But
Okay.
this is beautiful. This is perfect.
So
that's why I asked
Caroline,
if you
that's a
used a
good thing.
topper.
Good thing to know too. So the topper, you can
Yes.
tell them
Mhm.
about that.
But
so.
that's perfect. I mean, it's gorgeous. You have to come in Saturday so you can see it. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes. I was going to ask you something else too. Now I can't remember what it was. Slipped my
Must be
mind.
from hanging
See,
out with
it's
me.
age.
Yeah.
I'm a year older, so now I'm forgetting things.
We have just a few months between us, so we're.
Oh.
I'm catching up.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Okay, so Saturday's the book,
Yeah.
and we have some bundle prices, so you can show those again if you want.
Less to use.
Yes.
So
The Rope Bowl Essentials.
Yes, all those are great tools.
So we have the Frixion pins, the
Yes.
rotary cutter, the Buckley scissors.
Yes.
Your
Clips.
quilt clips are very important.
Mhm.
And what kind of needles did you use on this?
I use the red tip, the Janome
Okay.
red tip.
So there are
Mhm.
14.
Yes,
Mhm.
the 9014
And your quilting gloves.
and the quilting gloves. And then I just recently purchased the
Zirkle.
Zirkle.
Yes. Isn't that
is
great?
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just had another kind that was you're fighting to get your pen all the time,
Yes.
and then you get too many.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah. I know,
like
because
I
those
wanted
pins,
to bring
the
it.
heads just pop to
Yeah.
the outside, so they're easy to grab.
I did not know how it
Yeah.
worked for a long time, but I'm once I found out, I'm like, I
yeah.
need that.
It's the perfect
Yeah.
straight pin holder.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can be a ways away from it and just toss the pin over there and
Yeah.
it'll grab it.
That's experience right there.
Yes,
Yeah, I haven't got pen tossing yet. Yeah, I don't have that.
We like to entertain ourselves around here.
See how far you can throw it.
Yes.
Judy says, if we already purchased the book, do we need to bring our confirmation email with us? No, I think you guys have a list.
Yes, we have a list.
You have
Mhm.
a list. Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Judy.
So it's $129, but if they buy today, they're gonna get additional $10 off.
Oh, really?
$19,
Oh,
but it's
good
only for
deal.
today.
Awesome.
Cool.
So they just do it online?
Yep.
Mhm.
Do it online.
Go online.
Yep,
Mhm.
Okay.
and they'll get additional $10 off. I guess we can do it in store too. If they,
Yeah.
if they-
The MSRP is $145.99, so our sale price is $129.99, and then you'll get an extra $10 off when you go online to place your order. That's pretty good.
That's a good
Today
deal.
Oh, today only. Yes.
Otherwise, it's $129.
Today only. You want to do that. Oh, nice. And the beginning rope starter bundle. So what is included in that, Denise?
It looks like your choice of any of the colors there, of the colored rope or the ecru, some snips, the little clover pins, which are the ones that I use. I like the extra fine. And you always think because of the rope, you need a really strong pin.
Mm-hmm.
I love these pins. It's what I use all the time. And I always recommend those in my classes because less resistance when you're because you really only need the pins primarily to hold very small items or to start your coil, but it holds perfectly to get your coil started
and goes through smoothly.
and it goes through because the larger pins you're bending them, you're pushing, and it just gives it a little bit more resistance. And you'd think it was opposite, but they work awesome. So I love them. And then of course your machine girders. Love those. I don't think I could ever sew now without them.
Yeah.
So, and the E6000 I use all the time on my projects, little bits. I always recommend the little small tube because we use such a little amount for little minor things, whether you're putting on the agate stone or if you are here, let's see, on the front, on the front, whoop, yep, on the front of this, I sewed on the little charms, but I just glued just a little dab of glue to hold the rope fray down. So that way it's not giving you some, strange angles. So it's such a tiny amount, but the little tubes of E6000 are awesome. So you use it on 3 or 4 projects and it's done.
It's perfect. Yes.
And what else did we have, Erin?
Oh, what was the price? That price was $69?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, and of course the clips, the sewing clips, the Clover sewing clips are awesome.
So they can go online or come in the store. And if they order it online, is there another discount on top of that 69 like we did the other one?
I double checked with Tony. He said yes.
Wow.
$10 off.
Another $10 off.
$59 today.
Whoa,
Nice.
Denise, we're so glad you're here today. They get
That's
the
a good
extra
deal.
savings.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then we also have our preview party coming up.
Yay.
So that's on the 14th.
That's so fun.
Yeah. So Denise will also be here that day.
I will.
Good.
I will.
Yes. And that's Saturday, June 14th from 10 to 12.
Mhm.
All the
That'll
teachers
be so
will be
fun.
there.
We always
It
have
is.
so much fun.
Oh, isn't it?
And get
Yes.
to see everybody.
Yes. All our favorite customers. And, you know, we're just all one big family here.
And they're excited.
Love it.
They're always
Yes.
excited to see
Oh,
you.
yes.
And they're walking around and figuring out what class they're going to sign up for and all the new ideas
Yep.
coming out.
It's crazy around here, but
Yeah.
it's so fun.
Yes.
A lot of energy.
Yes, that's true.
That's how
That's-
to describe
yes.
it. A lot of energy.
Yes, yes.
Mhm. Are you going to be here, Aaron?
I will be here.
Good. Maybe we can find something for
Saturdays.
you to model.
Yeah.
We got a lot of Denise coming up because we got her today, Saturday. And then we
Uh-huh.
also have her class that's not full yet. So if you
Oh, that's
Oh.
right. That's right. We've got just
June
a
19th?
couple of
Uh-huh.
workshop classes.
Wow.
Yes, available on that day. I think
Uh-huh.
my beginner class on the 11th is sold out,
sold out.
which is
Wow.
awesome. So we'll have
Uh-huh.
that again soon. Definitely,
Good.
if anybody is not signed up. Yes. See, there's
Cool.
that little black
Mhm.
and white circle bowl
Yes, I love
is
that.
the one that you can do with the black and white rope here, not the larger rope. So it just would not make that circle.
Uh-huh.
So
Huh.
it was cool when I found that out because I
Yeah.
just love that. And even though online you see some circle projects, I haven't seen anybody do two colors.
Yes.
So it is dramatic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Leave it up to you.
Oh.
That middle one too there is my favorite one.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, that is
Mhm.
in the book.
And
that-
that's fabric that you covered on the bottom of it
yes,
too.
that's
Mhm.
a quilt square that I
Mhm.
created and then covered it on the bottom of the bowl,
Wow.
which you can do with so
Mhm.
many different projects. Yeah.
Is
So
that
I
in the
love to
book
do-
too?
It is.
Oh, good.
Yes, I have two
Mhm.
different heart-shaped bowls in the book.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's exciting.
And I'll have the
Yes.
projects here.
Yes. All your bowls should
All
be here,
all
right?
the projects will be here. So
Yeah.
for kind of like I guess you call it a trunk show.
Uh-huh.
It'd
Yes.
be a bowl
Denise's
show.
trunk show. Yes. And have you sold any of these bowls?
Very, very few. I really have not put them out there because we use them
Uh-huh.
here,
Yeah.
all the time.
And you
But
get attached to them. So it's hard to
yeah,
part with them.
yeah, you do really
Mhm.
do. But I think with selling, I think you have to make a lot of similar bowls.
Yeah,
and I'm
then that
kind
gets
of, well, if I
boring.
do one or two,
Mhm.
I'm ready to move on.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So now you know what I do at 2 a.m. when I'm
Yeah.
awake is
Yes.
think about bowls.
Mhm. Oh, I can imagine. I
Yeah.
would be the same way.
So
that's-
yes,
that's
well, you
really
are with your
exciting.
embroidery for
Yeah,
sure.
I
Yeah.
never stop thinking.
No.
It's awful.
And all of your amazing projects. For
Thank
sure.
you. So make sure you come to this Saturday's book signing, and the following Saturday is our preview party. So
Yes, and thank
make
you all
sure.
for all of your congratulations I
Oh,
see up there.
yes,
Isn't
thank
that
you.
so
Yes,
sweet? And
thank
your
you for all the
birthdays.
birthday wishes
Yes.
too. Thank you. And we have a new person in the store working here. So I'm going to go grab her and
Yes.
introduce her.
That'd be fantastic.
Yes, because nobody knows her.
No,
Let's
we get to
see.
get to learn our new
Now
face.
you come with me.
No,
No, you're on.
How long has she been here?
See, right here. Come on. You have to come. They're
Okay.
waiting for you. We told them.
Nice.
Come on. Come on. You look so cute.
She's pulling her in. I'll get out of the way here. This is trial
So
by
come
fire.
over here. Yes. So this is our
Hello.
newest employee. This is Maria. She is now working up at the front, and she is a wonderful person, great
Aw.
personality. So make sure you come in and welcome her and tell her hello. And thank you for joining our family. We
Thank
love
you.
having you here.
Happy birthday too.
Thank you. She's going to kill me later.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you came up with the idea too.
And so we have
Yes, I
your-
love it.
So we have-
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
uh-huh.
so Colleen had a question. Should be on the
Oh,
screen.
Are there going to be plenty
Oh.
of books available on Saturday? I do believe so.
there.
And yeah, and then we can always order more too.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. And if
Yeah.
anybody, I'll always be around to sign them if
Mhm.
if it doesn't come
Okay,
in. So,
cool.
yeah.
Yes.
It'd be great if we sold out, but
Oh, I really think we're going to.
Okay.
I really do,
Awesome.
because this book is just
Oh,
fantastic.
thank you so much.
Yes, I'm
Thank
just
you.
very impressed with you, Denise.
as I am with you.
I
so-
want to be you.
No, I said that when I first came in and knew nothing. I'm like, I want to sew like her.
Be careful what you wish.
Uh,
Yes, and make sure you sign up for her bowl class too.
yes.
Yeah,
we,
that
we
was on
always have
the-
so much fun.
That was June 19th.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You
Yes.
just have to take the
Mhm.
beginning sewing class first before the workshop because the workshop.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. And
Uh-huh.
one thing there too. So once you take the beginning class, you learn all the terminology, you learn the basics of making the bowls and stuff. So whatever we
Mhm.
have on the website though, is we always keep changing up the pictures. So you may not want to make, what's on the website, but a workshop is you come in and you choose whatever project that you want for that day. So I might have one lady making a purse and one lady making a gnome and one a bowl.
Oh wow.
So it's fun because not
Uh-huh.
everybody wants to make the same thing.
Mhm.
And so whether it's a gift or you're, making it for yourself, whatever. So you get to choose whatever,
that's
whichever
cool.
project that you want.
Yes.
That's why I have bins here. The guys are tired of moving my bins, but it's like, it's all of our ideas
Yeah, it
that we want
is.
to offer them to
Yes.
go. And that's what's fun is, when I ask them in the morning,
Mhm.
what are you going to make today? It's like, I have to decide. So they're still sometimes undecided, but they're in
Yeah.
a class ready to go. So
Love it.
Francis asked how much is the book.
$21.99.
Cool.
I got that right.
Yeah.
As a test.
I know. I'm like, we don't have a price on the back of this book. I don't know. Now, they can't purchase the book till Saturday, right? Is that when it officially goes
They can
for
purchase
sale?
it right now.
Oh, they can.
If a
Mhm.
pre-order, but it's
Mhm.
coming in Saturday morning. Like
Okay.
that's when we have it scheduled to come in. So
Uh-huh.
she'll be ready to sign them
Okay.
Saturday. So you can
Cool.
pick them up Saturday or
Mhm.
after if you're not
Mhm.
available.
Cool.
Fun.
Love
Very
it.
fun.
Yes. That's
Who
exciting.
knew we'd get this far? When
I know.
when I showed her a picture of the bowls I was making
Yeah.
for fun, and she says, "You need to teach a class."
Yeah. And look what
This is where it
happened.
went. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So
Did you
This
want to
is-
work this hard?
it's not work when it's when it's yeah.
something you enjoy.
I have enjoyed it. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's been a lot of fun.
Yes, that's
for
how I
sure.
feel about all my sewing
Yes.
too. It's what I love to do.
Yes, and I think that's why the
Mhm.
ladies come to the classes too. They love
Mhm.
to sew, and you just
Yes.
get that enthusiasm from
And-
from the store and from them.
And
So,
teaching them something new,
Yes.
and they get all excited.
They do,
Yes,
they
It's
do.
wonderful. So we do the giveaway, a
Mm.
$50 gift card when you can share and text the secret word. And I don't even know what the secret word is today. Did you two discuss it?
Yeah.
Good. So
I
what
gotta get this right.
is our secret word?
it's. Are we ready?
Uh-huh.
Rope,
Rope.
right, Erin?
Capital R, lowercase O-P-E. So start typing, girls.
We got really close. I think we got to like 67.
Wow, good
Nice.
job. Yes.
We're almost at 70, huh?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
gotta
we're
share-
trying to get to 100 because we'll do a $100 gift card.
Share and
Yeah.
like.
Share and
Yes,
like,
Share and
yeah.
like.
And we're on YouTube, and make sure you check out our website now. And you'll always see up there at the top on our website, the Thumbs Up Thursday
Yes.
will be up there too.
Yeah. Look at all those ropes coming
I
in.
know.
They were on it. All of them at 10:57. They were ready to type.
I would not have guessed rope. I would have thought you'd come up with a harder word.
I was thinking rope or book, and then
Uh-huh.
I did sew booked, but I feel like that was
Oh.
like too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking rope bowl.
Could have done fiber.
Could have done
That would have been a good
Yeah.
one. That would have
I like to make it
so
hard on
many-
them.
Yes. But then he was dealing with me. He knew I'd forget.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I did last time because
Oh,
I
you
didn't know
did?
I had to
Oh,
be. I
that's
didn't know
funny.
Veronica was going to ask me. So
Uh-huh. Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, I don't know.
That's what we do around here. We put people on the spot.
She got me good. Yeah. You didn't tell me I had to remember. I was for them.
Oh, that's funny.
That panicked look on my face.
How many entries do we have? 53?
53, we got 65 on, so get a couple
Mhm.
more.
Yeah. Everybody get your
Mhm.
rope listed there.
And you can put it towards your bundle.
Yes.
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 That's what I would do.
Books.
Yeah.
Or
a couple of books.
Yes.
Get a
One for
couple
you, one
books.
for a
Uh-huh.
friend.
Christmas shopping. Yes. Love it. We have some new tags in. Did you see the new tags?
I did.
You could even put those on the bowls.
That's the first thing I
Yes.
said. That was the first thing I said. It's like
Cute.
that could go over the edge of the edge of the bowl.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
So you got it. You guys have to check those out. They're
Yes.
right up by Patricia.
Uh-huh.
Yes, on the
Yep.
stand. They're
Yes.
adorable.
Now I'm going to have to go relook at all those.
Yes,
Yes.
for sure.
I thought about putting one on my smock.
That'd be cute.
Mhm.
Yes.
Cover up that.
Shh.
Do you have a hole that you put?
I got to go fix it.
Well, I think that's the perfect thing to cover it up.
That would be cute. That's a perfect idea. Love it. I tell my girls I make mistakes on purpose so they don't feel intimidated, because then they know we're
That's
human.
yeah. That's really nice of you to do that.
It's my story and I'm sticking to
Was
it.
it a scissor accident? Were you running with scissors?
Yeah, almost, yes. So we have 57. Shall we do our drawing?
Let's do it.
All right, let's start. Let's see who the winner is. This is fun.
Let's do it.
I just love how many people we had
I
popping in
know.
today. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Just wait till Saturday.
Oh,
It's going to be packed.
well, I brought my erasable pen.
Nancy,
Yay,
yeah, congratulations.
That's awesome.
I hope you're coming to our book signing on Saturday. That's so cool. Love it. Congratulations, Nancy. That went fast too.
Mhm.
Wow. Nice. All right. So remember, June 7th is the book signing. June 14th is the preview party. And June 19th is the next rope bowl class.
Next workshop. Yes.
Workshop.
Yes.
Okay.
Lots
Yes.
of Denise coming up.
Yes, lots of Denise. Our celebrities
busy,
in
huh?
the house.
Thank you.
So thank you for joining us today on Thumbs Up Thursday, and we will see you next
You
Thursday.
guys have an awesome day.
Yes.
Thank you. We'll see you Saturday.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.